Perfect. Perfect. Perfect.
What is going on, everybody? RB here. Welcome back to Philly Take with RB. You know what to do. Smash the like, hit the subscribe, and hit that notification bell. That way you're always notified when I upload or go live. Today we are back finally talking some Philadelphia Eagles football. The offseason has been moving at a pretty fast pace. It's crazy. The draft is here in less than a week, and things just keep happening one after the other. But we're finally back to talk. I'll be completely honest, I haven't been as excited since the Eagles traded out of that number 6 pick. I felt like we had a chance to get a premier player, but we moved back. Maybe this will help. Maybe this obviously gives us more, a bigger stockpile of picks for the future. But at the same time, there isn't as much certainty next year or the year after. So really, I've come to accept the fact that this is going to take multiple years to kind of, go through this rebuild and really polish this team again. So really, this is just the start of it, right? This is just the start. I've lowered my expectations. I'm expecting next year to be kind of like that gap transition year, getting acclimated to a new culture and stuff like that. So I'm really not as worried about hitting on the exact right guy that's going to put us over the top in this draft, but more so, and as we've seen the last, 6-7 years where we've only drafted one Pro Bowler, which was Carson Wentz, that needs to come to a stop. We need to draft talent upon talent upon talent. We need multiple guys that are going to make Pro Bowls for this team. We just need to stockpile on draft talent. And, we just can't keep missing on these guys in the second round, in the third round, in the first round, the fourth round. Like, we have to hit on a group of picks this year. I'll be completely honest to come out and be the first one to say it. I'm still not as confident in this team. And that's because of Howie Roseman when it comes to this draft process, because he is still the man in charge of drafting these guys. And, one after the other. I'm not even going to say the names again. It hurts every single time, but we just keep on missing. So I'm going to try to go into it with a positive attitude, but at the end of the day, I'm not going to be expecting much given that Howie's here, but it's time. We have a coaching change. We have a new quarterback. Obviously, we need a new tide here. We need a new tone in Philadelphia. So we'll see what happens. I haven't made any draft content at all, so I figured I would just come and kind of make one overall draft video. Might make something the day before. Obviously, if you guys know, there's a lot of people that were exposed to this channel, have met me, on YouTube and really became fans of this channel. A lot of NFL fans through my draft reactions last year. I almost lost my mind when we took Jalen Hurts, when we lost CeeDee Lamb to the Cowboys. There were a lot of people that have found my channel on that night, and I appreciate all of them being here, and hopefully you guys are still here. I'll be honest though, I don't expect myself to really lose it like I did last year, because again, I just don't view this team as being ready to win now. So it's really just going to be more of a, let's see if we can stockpile some talent type of draft. But there are two possibilities where I still will probably lose it if they happen this year. It's like, I don't want to believe they can happen, but it still feels in my mind that there is a possibility. Number one, my worst fear in this draft is Kyle Pitts going to the Cowboys and then Micah Parsons going to the Giants. Two guys I really like. If they go right before us back to back like that, or even Surtain and Parsons, it's going to sting. It's going to sting for a while, knowing that we had that leverage. We were up in front of those teams, and then we traded back, and then they take our guys again. That's going to hurt. The other thing is, if somehow, some way, this man Howie Roseman takes another quarterback, whether it's in the first round, there's been rumors about us trading back up in the last couple days. And by the way, there's been a lot of noise in general, whether it's Philly media, this, that, talking about this guy, that. I actually haven't been following up with it as of late, because it's just so much speak. It's so much noise. And at this point, it's just like, what do you even believe? You know what I mean? In my personal opinion, putting my thinking cap on, I don't think Howie Roseman is going to trade back up, because we just acquired more picks to trade back. What are we going to give to trade up? You know what I mean? Unless it's less and you can somehow split the difference there. I just don't see it happening. I think we're going to stay at 12. We might even move back again and just try to stockpile on more picks so we can have a better chance of getting our future guys. But if somehow, some way, Howie was to take a quarterback, we know he tried to move up to take a quarterback. And if he takes one in the first round or the second round or really early on in this draft, and for the people that want a quarterback, right? I don't feel that Jalen Hurts did terrible. He had a couple good games, couple bad games. He showed some signs of promise, but, you know, again, I'm a guy that likes context, and he was never put in the right situation. I think we need more of a sample size, and this draft is about building around him. I just don't think he had a really fair chance, and I want to see more of him. And if it doesn't work out, it doesn't. You know, I still don't think it was the right pick in the second round. And for the people that want to draft a quarterback, you are also acknowledging, and if Howie Roseman was to draft a quarterback, you're also acknowledging the fact that, you know, that pick was the wrong pick. It was the wrong pick. And here we are, man. But if Howie Roseman somehow finds a way to draft the quarterback, I might lose it even more, because it just wouldn't make sense. You already opened up that you tried to do it, which has now created another kind of controversy. The guy's middle name is Quarterback Controversy. I can't see it happening, but I'm not going to exclude it entirely because it's Howie Roseman. But anyway, getting into this draft, I think the 4 areas of need that I'm looking to be addressed throughout this draft for the Eagles are, and well, I guess I could put these in order. Number 1, I really think linebacker is important for this team. Obviously, we signed Eric Wilson. We've made a couple good signings this offseason, but we have a long way to go. We need a lot of talent. Obviously, some of our former picks like Davion Taylor really didn't show much. I think we need a stellar linebacker. I don't think it's going to happen in the first round. I was hoping for a guy like Parsons, who we will talk about, but I don't think he's going to be there now. So hopefully in the second, the third, later on, we're able to pick up some guys, because I really feel we need that dominant linebacker who's going to move all around the field. And we just haven't targeted it in a long time. We haven't set that precedent there, and I think it would be really nice for this team. I hope we can pick up a stellar linebacker who can feed off of Eric Wilson and guys like Alex Singleton and really set the tone for this defense in the future. Another area of need that I view for this team is in the trenches. Offensive linemen, obviously Lane Johnson, Brandon Brooks are getting up there in age. They've had multiple injuries, and, you know, Carson Wentz obviously had no protection. Jalen Hurts was scrambling out a lot. And good teams, man, especially with the good quarterbacks, for the most part, have a solid line up front. You're going to have to be able to protect your guy, especially when you make an investment in a guy. And, you know, whether it's in the first round, but you can also find guys later on, right? You know, JP's out of here. Jordan Mailata was a late pick. Who knows what he's going to do, because he showed a great flash. Then we took him out. We messed with him. Who knows about that? Andre Dillard, I mean, looks like a complete bust at this point. We're probably going to have to move on from him. Might keep him as insurance. I don't know, but I think we need to address both sides of the line in this upcoming draft, and I'm hoping we can pick up a couple guys that can compete. You know what I mean? So definitely offensive line. The third position that I think we can address is cornerback. Obviously, we have, you know, reached that we need a strong secondary, and a lot of teams, when they go to build out their defenses, they start by building a strong secondary. Obviously, a team like the Giants have upgraded their secondary this offseason. I would love to put another lockdown on the other side of Big Play Slay, have that dynamic duo there. Obviously, Anthony Harris was a nice signing. He's not going to be here for multiple years, though, but if we can kind of build that foundation under a new defensive coordinator, I think it would be good for this team. So I wouldn't mind going corner, and we're going to talk about some guys. But yeah, you know, Avonte Maddox hasn't really worked out that much. Rasul Douglas didn't. Jalen Mills, we need that number 2 corner. We've tried multiple guys, but we need to hit on that. And then the last position is wide receiver. I don't even have to explain it. We've missed upon missed upon miss. It's time to get a number 1 guy in here. It's time to get some guy that can live up to multiple Pro Bowls. We just have missed, and it's as simple as that. And we cannot miss again. So as I'm looking, you know, throughout these positions, I guess I'll give one for each position that are really at the top of my board. In terms of linebacker, Micah Parsons, for me, checks all the boxes. He's a linebacker who's strong. He's physical, going to deliver the big blows. He can move all over the field. Great in coverage. He checks all the boxes for me. I was really excited because I was going to make a video until we traded out of the number 6 pick. Even though it wasn't the sexy pick, Micah Parsons was my number 1 guy for the Eagles to go out and get. Unfortunately, I'm praying that he's there, but again, I feel like he would go in one of the picks before us, maybe at 9, maybe at 11 to the Giants. So I just don't know if he's going to be there. I really wish he was, because I wish the Eagles would finally build around a guy like that if we didn't go receiver. But if Micah Parsons is there, you do not hesitate. You get your hands on a guy like that. The upside is tremendous, and I would love that. Now, in terms of offensive linemen, obviously the top two that I like Sewell. That's not going to happen. He's probably going to be a top 5 pick. Well, we got to see what happens with this whole quarterback thing. It seems like 4 of them are going to go in the top 4, and it seems like 5 of them are going to go in the top 10. So maybe some of these more talented guys could fall to the Eagles. Who knows? But again, who knows about Howie? Even if they're there, will he pick them? But obviously Sewell is probably out of the equation. Another guy I like is Rashawn Slater. He's been criticized for his length a little bit, but his speed, his athleticism, his ability to move on the outside, I think it's going to secure him probably a top 10 pick, and that's also unfortunate because I don't know if he's going to be there. If he does, I definitely could see the Eagles going with a guy like that. They've been known to target the trenches, obviously, in the draft. And in terms of Rashawn Slater, his blocking ability is great, and I think there's a lot of upside. I think he's going to be one of them guys that has a prolonged career, and he's probably going to make multiple Pro Bowls if he lives up to it and doesn't get injured. So Rashawn Slater might be a guy that the Eagles try to target. Now, in terms of corner, I've obviously seen the 2 names that have been targeted, Patrick Surtain and J.C. Horn. A lot of people actually think J.C. Horn may be the best all-around corner in this draft. He's physical, he has nice tracking abilities, and he's just very physical. He can play great man coverage, and he's going to get really physical at the line with his receiver. Could he be a guy that the Eagles target as the opposite corner to Darius Slay? He's also a guy who can move probably into the slot as well, and he's very versatile. So I think J.C. Horn might be a guy that is realistic for the Eagles. I think Surtain is probably going to go in the top 8, maybe might fall to Dallas, but if Dallas passes on him, I mean, they're crazy. If they end up taking our guy, say we favor Horn and they take him, I'm going to be really mad about that. But yeah, I definitely could see J.C. Horn as a guy the Eagles go out and get. Do they go for a corner? Maybe. And then the last position is wide receiver. Obviously, I'm still disappointed because I did not want to trade out of that number 6 pick. You could have got a generational talent, whether it's Jamar Chase, whether it's one of these other guys, whether it's even Kyle Pitts, who I don't think will be there by the time the Eagles are picking. But maybe a guy like Jalen Waddle falls. Maybe Devontae Smith in a dream scenario falls to the Eagles. I know he's been criticized a lot for his height, but I do think he could be the outlier because his hand-eye coordination, his ball tracking abilities, and really his route running is just sensational. We saw it obviously in the national chip. Now there is a little bit of injury concern, but Devontae Smith, I'm taking my chances every single day and twice on Sunday. Like, I'm not hesitating if he is there at 12. Overall, guys, this might sound a little boring, but for once, I'm going to say the Eagles should go with the best man available strategy. Usually I'm saying let's target a position, but at 12, I feel like you're kind of in the middle there. If we were at 6, I would say, all right, let's go for a generational talent, X and X or X and Y, you know what I mean? Or if we were at number 22, I would say, we'll try to find someone near the end. But at number 12, I feel like you're saying pick the best man available. I've given you guys my top 4 areas of interest. I think whoever is there at number 12 is really who we should go with. Maybe it's a little boring, but again, we need a lot of talent. We need to fill out this team. And at the end of the day, there will be some talent there. There will be some playmakers, but it's up to Howie to pick the right one based off of what happens. Before we kind of controlled our destiny a little bit more, it would have probably been impossible to miss at pick 6. But when number 12 comes up on the board, when the clock is running, if one of these guys are there, like a J.C. Horn, even if Devontae Smith falls, you got to pick one of them this time. You cannot miss again. Like I said, the only way I'm going to be mad is if Howie picks a quarterback, if, Dallas or the Giants take our guys before, or, if we pick like a defensive tackle from Western Kentucky, if we pick a quarterback from wherever, I might lose it again. But really, those are just my thoughts, guys. I'm sorry I haven't made a lot of draft content. I just have not been as interested in it. I'm hoping we can get some playmakers, but really, you know, the day 3 of the draft is really where we're going to have to hit. Even last year, we thought we did good. There were some guys that showed potential, but we got to do really, really good in this draft. I just don't know how much confidence I can put in Howie Roseman. I'm hoping this is his last draft. I'm hoping somehow, some way, that he does not continue after this year, because it's just sad at this point. But those are pretty much all my thoughts, guys. You let me know down below in the comment section, who are you guys targeting in the first round for the Eagles? What positional groups do you guys think we need to address? Give me all your thoughts down below in the comment section. Appreciate you guys for tuning in. Be sure to like, comment, and subscribe, and I'll catch you on the next one, man. Peace.
Perfect. Perfect. Perfect.